Welcome again to Lovewise Weekly with your boy Mike, that's me. And today I'm going to talk about a topic I sort of been avoiding for some time now. But interestingly, this topic is the very reason I started Lovewise Weekly. So for me to be here talking about it, it was inevitable. Can anyone guess what that topic is? Well, if you guess love, then you are indeed correct, and that's what I'll be talking about very briefly. Love. Let's look at it. So, love. No, I don't claim or will ever claim to be an expert on the topic, but I've read and listened to much wiser folks who are, experts in the area, in the field of talking about love and looking at the varying views about love. But the very first question that comes to mind is, what is love? And trust me, guys, I will not be attempting today to explain away the meaning of love. But what we can agree on, there are a few things that we can agree on for sure, is that love has to do with some positive emotional reaction we have towards each other or towards something. Whether it be your mother, your wife, your daughter, your friend, your cat, or in my case, your car. We also know that love is universal as it transcends racial, geographic, and even socioeconomic borders. And this is as far as I will go today on trying to define or describe what love is. What I wanted to focus on is something that I learned from Dr. Karen Carpenter some time ago on her radio program, Sex and Relationship. And what she was looking at was the whole issue of love and how we express love to each other. And what does that love mean when we're expressing to each other that we love each other? And what she was saying is that whilst it is important to express in words that you love someone or show in whatever way, as you know, they say love is an action word, that what is most important is that when you are expressing love to your partner, for example, that you focus more on how they make you feel about them. So for example, rather than saying, I love you because you have a sexy car, no kidding. I love you because you are kind. Say something like, because you are so kind, you make me want to be kind to other people. So in this way, they get a better understanding of why you love them, and most importantly, what do you mean when you say you love them? Because fact of the matter is, guys, is that persons may have varying understanding of what love is, and so if all you say is I love you, then they will always be thinking that your love, right, or the way you love them is based on what their understanding of what love is, and which tends to often cause confusion because, as I said before, persons have varying understanding of what those three words mean. I love you. No, there are different types of love, and trust me, I'm not the only one who believes this, because if you do a simple search on Google, you will find a host of different types of love, different persons telling you the different types of love. And I know because I did that, and I must say I do now have a better understanding of the different types of love, but at some instances it caused a little confusion. So to prevent the confusion, what I did was basically chalk it all down to just three broad types of love. These are: 1, platonic love; 2, romantic love; and 3, fraternal love. Sounds familiar? Alright, let me break it down a little bit more for you, and so that you can understand and better appreciate why it's important for us to understand love and how it works. Alright, let's go. Before I get into those three types of love that I just described, I want to share something quickly with you. Something I heard on the radio from our radio program. The host sent out a topic and a question and asked persons to call in to say whether or not they were okay if their partner had a best friend that was of the opposite sex. And you know, trust me, what the responses were. I had a few laughs, but a few seriousness was in there. But what I noted was a gentleman who, he was very upset to say that he wouldn't want his wife or his girlfriend to have a male best friend, because as far as he's concerned, he should be the best friend, and vice versa. you know. And another lady that was quite upset and saying that she would want her boyfriend to have a female best friend because he's going to be spending too much time with her and all of that. Now my issue is, I think if people understand the different types of love that people have for each other, and these 3 types that I'm going to talk about, that people will be better able to manage those situations and manage their emotions a little better, so that they can be a little bit more civil in how they, you know, look at these things. And I'm not saying it's easy, but I think better understanding helps. It improves the person's relationship in this regard. All right, so let's look at the 3 types of love I spoke about, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I spoke about platonic love, romantic love, and fraternal love. You're all familiar with them. But platonic love, very common, we know it, it's out there. It's a kind of love that you have for a very close friend, somebody you spend a lot of time with. Many times you guys grow up together, so you're very close to this individual. It's one of the strongest type of relationship that you can have with another individual, next to romantic love. The difference between those two is that there's no sexual relation involved in platonic love. So looking at romantic love, yes, it's one of the strongest type of relationship that you can have as well. As a matter of fact, I see romantic love as a step up from platonic love, right? That now adds that eroticness to that kind of a relationship. And we know that many times persons, before they enter into a romantic kind of relationship, they started out as very close friends from that platonic love. So fraternal love now is the kind of love that I basically grouped paternal, maternal, brotherly love under one category and call it fraternal love. I mean, if you look it up, it has that brotherly connotation to it. The love for your brother includes the love that a mother and a father would have for their children, and vice versa. And you know, this is true unconditional love. And if you think about it, it doesn't matter what your brother or your sister do and all of that. No matter what, through all the years, you still love your brother, you still love your sister, you still want to help them. That is true unconditional love. Interestingly, people actually spend more time, of all these 3 types of love, people spend more time running down romantic love. Why is that? It's because romantic love has certain characteristics to it. In terms of jealousy, obsession, possession, ownership. Those are the nature of romantic love. And because it is like that, then persons who are having romantic relationship tend to become very selfish about the time being spent with other persons in their partner's life. You know, time that their partner is spending with other people in their life. Though fraternal love for me is the greatest thing, the greatest kind of love that any person can have for an individual. And as a matter of fact, I tell you this, guys, I've said it before, that looking at all these 3 types of love, it's not that you will have one or the other type of love for somebody. You can actually love someone in all of these areas. You can love your partner in a platonic way where you spend time like friend, you're each other's best friend, but you can also love your partner in a way that is so unconditional that you love them like a brother, you love them like a sister, while at the same time this is someone who you're sharing, you know, your greatest sexual moments with, you know. So it goes right across the board. I think really if we better understand this, I think people will be able to deal with a lot of these issues that they have in a more civil way. All right, and really that was the idea of me talking about this topic of love today, and I will end it right there. Thank you guys, big up on yourself. Thank you for watching again Lovewise Weekly. It's your boy Mike, and see you next time. Big up, boom.